Well, the death toll from last week's devastating Category 5 storm in Acapulco, Mexico, now stands at 45, with another 47 people still missing. Riots and looting broke out in the popular tourist city of 900,000 people as food, water, and other basics have become scarce. And now many are blaming the Mexican government's slow response. Joining us now from Mexico City to shed light on this unfolding humanitarian crisis is Chris Lopez, Technical Advisor for Emergency Program Quality and Management for Catholic Relief Services. Chris, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. First off, can you give us an update on the situation right now in Acapulco?
Yes, thank you so much, Tracy, for the opportunity. And honestly, the situation in Acapulco is devastating. And not only Acapulco, also in its neighboring communities and municipalities, right? As you well stated, the range of deaths currently is around 47 people, including 36 disappeared. Also, to give you a better picture of the impacts, we have approximately 80% of the infrastructure of the city that's damaged or completely devastated. We have currently a team on the ground who is discussing and talking with families who have been impacted by the effects of Hurricane Otis, and they have shared that around 70 to 100% of their livelihood has been completely lost. There's also losses, and the lack of access to food, water, sanitation, and first aid is devastating, including electricity. As a matter of fact, to be able to communicate and talk with our church partners and team on the ground, we use solar panel chargers and generators to be able to access that communication. So really the situation is mind-blowing, just as much as the hurricane has wiped away the city and its neighboring communities.
Yeah, Chris, it sounds so dire there. What are the biggest needs for people right now, and how is your organization helping?
Yeah, great question, Tracy. The biggest needs are essentially around access to food, access to clean water, and access to sanitation and other basic needs of first aid. Families are also looking for shelter and seeking opportunities where they can stay with their family members or relatives and friends to seek some form of roof or some way to protect themselves and stay sheltered, essentially, right? What are we doing with Caritas Mexicana and in collaboration with Catholic Relief Services? We are currently hosting shelters for approximately 500 families in the communities of Puerto Marquez and Sagrados Corazones. And within these shelter opportunities, we're also providing access to food, clean water, and enabling these families to be able to access connectivity and electricity so that they can be able to communicate with their family members and relatives that are far away to ensure that they are safe and secure. It is also very important to highlight coordination with other entities on the ground, both governmental and also nonprofit.
Chris, I want to ask you this. I know in a lot of situations like this, natural disasters, there's complications even getting that aid to people. Are you having any challenges? And if so, what are they?
Yeah, I think the main challenge were the impacts caused by Hurricane Otis themselves, right? There are clearly roads that are blocked and are not enabling the access to Acapulco, let alone communities that are further away from Acapulco, which is why, as well as, and as I said before, coordination with other entities, governmental and nonprofit, is enabling us to be able to access and clean the roads, to be able to provide that path, to provide that support. It's also important that with our church partners, we're able to create that chain of distribution and change of delivering needs from one place to another.
We're almost out of time, but quickly, if people want to help out, how can they do so, Chris?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really encourage everyone to provide any support that they can. Just visiting crs.org website, you will find a donation page. Thank you.
Chris, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about this. And we're praying for everyone down there. God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you all.